how to identify if porn is a problem for you. And one of the ways that we help make that assessment, that self-assessment is this something I have to hide in my life? How confident would I be handing over my cell phone or my browser history to my wife, to my kids, or to my pastor?
What's up, dude?
Oh, what's up, brother? Brothers, good day. Welcome to today's episode of the Porn to Purpose podcast. We're back. Better than ever, I like to think.
Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years.
Been here for years. We're back today, brothers. Welcome you to another episode of the Porn to Purpose podcast. We're your host. I'm Matthew Sinkovitz. This is my esteemed colleague, partner, Yeadon Smith.
What's up? What's up, guys?
What's up, fellas? Guys, we got a good one today. We got a good
Yes,
one
indeed.
today for you.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I'll
I
tell
ask
you what.
myself often. I used
Yeah.
to ask myself a lot, am I addicted to porn?
Right.
I knew the answer was yes, though.
Right. So it's just like, and then so, you begin maybe the Google search and what are the porn addiction symptoms? Is this a problem? I don't think it's a problem. I think I could stop if I wanted to. And then maybe some of this researching begins to lead us down the road of watching the YouTube videos, watching reading the books, joining the Facebook communities, listening to the podcast, etc., and then beginning to identify over time that it seems like I might actually have a problem with this.
Yeah. How can you tell if you actually are addicted to porn, Matt? Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, well, we've done some episodes on this in the past, but we've taken a bit of a different angle on it. And today we wanted to dig right into what are some of the top key symptoms that one might experience, right, whenever porn actually is a problem for them, or maybe a compulsion or addiction is actually present. So we're going to dig into like the top 5 things that you guys might be able to look for, or one might see in their relationship with porn to help identify this as an issue. And the first one is going to be compulsive use. Compulsive use, right? So maybe you told yourself you were going to quit, right? Like I did 1,000 times, or you told yourself you were going to cut back your use, or you're going to modify your use, or hey, I just looked at porn last night. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I ended up doing it again today, right? It's not just about fun anymore. It's like there's this compulsive nature to it. There's this compulsive quality to it, right? Or maybe, hey, I'm just gonna have a quick look, 5 minutes, and the next thing you know, it's been 5 hours. Like that's been my pattern. So compulsive use, an inability to regulate, right? An inability to moderate, and there's this kind of sense of being out of control, if you will.
Yeah. Not feeling powerless to stop. I know I felt that, well, for decades.
Yep.
I felt that for decades. Like, I'm doing good, then something would happen, and I couldn't stop.
Right. That feeling like I'm done, right? How many of you guys can relate to like, hey, I'm done. I quit porn, right?
Yep.
And then next thing you know, couple days, couple weeks, maybe a month, whatever it is, that pain kind of wears off, that memory fades a little bit. We find ourselves right back to it. Compulsive relationship with it.
Yeah, man. It's when you're in the grip, it's tough.
Yep.
And that, I think part of why we get so stuck, because all of these are going to interrelate and interlace.
Yeah.
The second indicator that you do have you're struggling with an addiction is emotional numbing and avoidance, right?
Yep.
Think about when you're stressed out at work, stressed out with the girlfriend, the wife, the partner, stressed out with the family, kids are being kids. I have 4 kids. It's chaos all the time. There's always emotional turmoil and pain bouncing around in our house. We reach for porn when we're stressed, lonely, tired, angry. Like we use it to assuage. Is that the term?
It is.
We use the porn to assuage those emotions,
Yeah.
to let those emotions and let those thoughts calm down. Because with the porn, we get such a massive dopamine hit that physically, mentally, emotionally, it just forces all of that to the side.
Hmm.
It can't help but be forced to the side.
Yeah.
And we use it more and more as an emotional coping mechanism,
Yep.
but we end up feeling numb, right? The problem with porn, I love the phrase, the problem with porn is it almost works.
Yep.
It works briefly, and then all the emotions rush back in, and we just try and numb the emotions and avoid them.
Yep.
It's a huge factor in porn addiction.
Yep.
It's like one thing that we talk about in the Liberation Boot Camp is look deeper. It's not about wanting to have sex. It's not about the sex drive. It's like, what is driving me? What am I really feeling? The acronym that we love is HALT. Hungry. Am I hungry?
Yep.
Angry, lonely, tired. HALT. Am I hungry? I haven't eaten all day. Oh, I should, it's like the Snickers commercials. You're not you when you're hungry, right?
Yep.
Eat a Snickers bar, you turn back into yourself. Angry. Are you upset about something? What's upsetting you? Are you lonely? Do you feel disconnected? Where can you get the connection? Are you tired? Just been running on 3 hours of sleep all week? Yeah, that's a problem, man. And we go to porn to push away the chaos, push away the turmoil, push away the pain, even for just a moment, so we can function through the day. The emotional numbing and avoidance, that's the second indicator of an addiction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that brings us to number 3. Now, how many of you brothers can relate to this one? Right. Escalation intolerance. Right. And so the question, the way we might cue this one up is, has the type of content that you've watched changed since you first started? Right? Have you found that you need more and more hardcore stuff, more graphic material, more explicit content? Right? Maybe you even finding yourself watching stuff that doesn't even align with what you truly like want for yourself sexually, right? Maybe it's like
Mhm.
way out of bounds, like way taboo, right? Way extreme. And Yeadon was just talking about the dopamine side of things, right? So we need bigger and bigger hits. That's because we become desensitized over time. Last week, we just did our podcast episode on the way in which porn desensitizes the brain. We become numb to it, right? And what used
Mhm.
to get you excited no longer does. So you need, or you seek out more intense content, essentially. And you need more novel, extreme, kind of taboo stuff to do the job. So we often find that a strong indicator is this escalation, and intolerance to porn. Um, and that's also, brothers, why, unfortunately, some guys get themselves in trouble, with
Yeah.
porn, acting out in person, spending a bunch of money, right?
Mhm.
Creating extramarital affairs, potentially getting into illegal content, right? That's because what that like back in the day, maybe your mom's lingerie magazine used to do the trick, but now we've
The
gone way.
Victoria's Secret catalog.
Exactly, but now we need more and more intense stuff to do the job. So that's a really important indicator to watch. I know for me that was a pattern, and that was also for me something that really began to help me wake up and be
Yeah.
like, man, like where does this trend go in 40 years?
Mhm.
Like who am I going to be if I don't
Our
shift there?
tolerance increases
Right.
and we're always seeking out novelty, right? The
Right.
brain loves new stuff
Yeah.
where now it takes now you're constantly searching for the new video, the new
Right.
thing, the new thing.
Right.
It
Right.
might not get to super extreme, possibly. Maybe it's just, you're spending 3 hours watching
Yeah.
porn to get the
Yeah.
novelty effect. Is it video after video after video, scene after
Yeah.
scene after
Yeah.
scene, to
Yeah.
get the novelty level high enough that you get the same amount of dopamine?
Absolutely. And so brothers, like here's what I would give you, like a really important question to ask yourself, like I asked myself many years
Mhm.
ago. How does this trend, right? The way I'm trending in my relationship with porn today, maybe the graphic nature of what I'm watching, the way in which I consume it, like how does that extrapolate out over 20
Yeah.
or 30 years?
Mhm.
That's the question.
Where's it going to
You
end
think-
up?
Yeah.
Where's
You
it
get
going
to
to
answer
end
that
up?
question for yourself. Yep.
And with that escalating novelty,
Mhm.
it absolutely feeds into the fourth indicator,
Yep.
relationship struggles.
Yep.
Well, I can attest to that. I'm coming up on 20 years of marriage, and porn sex is so super sensory, so camera angles, lighting, perfect bodies. Regular people can't compete with that.
Yep.
It really does. Are you finding yourself struggling in your relationship? Right. Some of the guys I follow on Instagram, actually, he's a former porn star, and he talks about how. Actually, I don't follow him. I just see his stuff every now and then, because every now and then he has a snippet for relationship stuff. I want to make sure I'm not saying I'm following a former porn star, right?
Yeah.
He says, hey, when guys come to him with erectile dysfunction issues, first thing he says, stop watching porn.
Yep.
Stop watching porn. It absolutely will affect your relationship. You become emotionally, physically disconnected from your partner, or you just avoid relationships altogether, right? Maybe you're the stereotypical, well, I don't want to say stereotypical, but we all have the image of the 45-year-old guy living in his mom's basement on the computer 24 hours a day. That's no way to live.
Yep.
That's no way to live. Is
Yeah.
your porn use impacting your relationships with real people?
Yep.
If it is, and I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it is affecting your relationship with real people.
Mhm.
When you realize that, you have to ask yourself, how is it shaping how you relate to people? Do you just see people as objects? It's like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to have sex with that person, and then go
Mhm.
into the whole story for the next 10
Yep.
minutes on what it would be
Yep.
like. That's not healthy.
Born
It's
brain.
not healthy.
Yep. Yeah, man. I can definitely relate to that one, man. For me, it was like I was in my 20s, early 30s. I was in a really good, a quality relationship with a very fine woman, and this was probably around the point that my porn use was at its highest, I would
Mm.
say. Even though I was in a relationship, and she would leave for the day, and as soon as she would leave, that thought is, I've once heard men say, as soon as they hear the door click, that can almost be a trigger. The door
Yep.
click,
Yep.
click,
Car
click
leaving the
first.
driveway. Okay.
Exactly. Trigger that part, right? And so she leaves, and then I spend the afternoon watching porn, right, masturbating. She comes home. Am I interested in connecting with her? Am I interested in connecting? No, I'm not.
Yep.
I'm withdrawn. I'm sexually satisfied, right? I'm in a weird, funky place because of all the crap I've been consuming, right? And not to mention that I've got all this shame and crap in place
Mm.
now, which kind of leads us to our next point, which I can dig into, Gabe, but I want to let you finish up your
Yeah.
section there if there's
No,
anything more on that.
perfect segue, bro.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. So uh the shame and the hiding, guys. We've done previous episodes where we've touched on how to identify, like, for yourself, if porn is a problem for you. And one of the ways that we help kind of make that assessment, that self-assessment, is this something I have to hide in my life?
Yeah.
Is this, like, how confident would I be handing over my cell phone or my browser history to my wife, to my kids, or to my pastor right
Mm-hmm.
now? Right? Is there a lying, hiding, kind of shameful quality around it? Do you tend to have to hide your screen, right? When someone walks in the room, do you have to kind of click the screen down, right? I find, for me personally, if there's something in my life that I feel like I need to cover my tracks around, hide, lie, there's secrecy, right? Oftentimes there's shame involved there. Typically, that's a pretty good indicator for me that there's something to take a look at there,
Oh my
right?
gosh. The shame and the isolation is so devastating.
Yep.
Honestly, I would say that's one of the biggest things that keeps men trapped is the shame. That's what it did for me. I was stuck for decades
Yep.
because there's nobody to talk to about this. There's
Yeah.
so much shame
Hmm.
around sexuality and pornography and masturbation. There's so much shame around these very sensitive topics.
Yep.
What are you going to do? Bring up at your Thursday morning men's group Bible study? It's like, oh, hey, by the way, guys, I've been addicted to porn for the past 20 years,
Right.
right? That's not a conversation you normally have sitting at Denny's on a Thursday
Right.
morning.
Unfortunately.
Right. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, y'all, let's go back through these 5 things, man, because we got compulsive use where
Yep.
maybe you've tried to quit, you want to quit, but you can't. You just keep getting pulled back in. We got the emotional numbing and avoidance. You're using it as a tool to assuage the emotions, to avoid dealing with the emotions that show up in life. It increasingly escalates because you're trying to deal with the emotions. You get the dopamine hit. Now, the next time you need a little bit more dopamine. Next time a little bit more, and that escalates. Your tolerance increases,
Yep.
leads to relationship struggles, and ends in shame and isolation.
Yep.
Man, I've been there. All these
Yep.
things: compulsive
Yep.
use, emotional numbing, escalation, relationship struggles, shame and isolation.
Yep.
I can tell you, you don't have to live like this. One of my favorite phrases that I've learned in recovery: shame dies when stories are told in safe spaces. So if you're listening to this podcast and any of this resonates with you, now's your time. Now's your time to take action, to take the first step. I'd encourage you, check out our website, porntopurpose.com. Book a call with me, book a call with Matt, totally confidential. Let's talk about where you are, what you're going through. Let's see if maybe the Liberation Bootcamp has the tools and resources that you need to really go from porn to purpose in your life. Unpopular opinion, you cannot do this alone. There, I said it. I know I couldn't do it alone. Matt, could you do it alone?
I tried for many years. I tried for decades, in fact.
Tried for a long time, right? I got a lot of experience not doing it on my own.
Yeah.
And if you listen to this podcast, bro, and this is you, you're not alone. Check our website out, reach out. We want to talk, we want to support, we want to see how we can serve and help you gain true freedom in your life. Because, man, jump on in. The water is fine.
Yes.
There's no more shame and isolation. My relationship, now I just have regular relationship struggles, right?
Yep.
Just, oh, why'd you load the dishwasher that way? Right? There's no escalation in tolerance because it's just not in my life. Emotional numbing and avoidance, I've been equipped with tools and training, and I practice how to navigate those emotions healthily,
Yeah.
instead of with porn. And compulsive use, gone. Now when the thought pops into my head, it's like, oh man, I know where we could get a major dopamine hit right now and feel good. Like,
Yeah.
that's true, but it's short-lived and not worth it. So guys, check us out. Book a call. We'd love to talk with you. Love to walk on this journey with you. Join us in the Porn to Purpose community. Join us in the boot camp. Build the habits. Get the tools. Have the community where it's a safe place to talk about what you're going through.
Yep. We're here for you, brothers. Yeadon, thanks so much for joining today, helping to create this conversation. Hope this message serves today, brothers. We look forward to hearing from you. Looking forward to connecting you in all the different places Yeadon mentioned
Man.
previously. And wishing you a beautiful rest of your day, week, month. We'll look forward to connecting with you soon. Peace
and
and power, my
power.
brother, wherever you're in the world. We are noble men. Bye-bye.